Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is Rika Life. So welcome to my new subscribers and my returning subscribers. It's so nice to be with you today and to share my crochet world with you. Today I actually want to share with you some finished objects. I have a couple I realized I haven't shown you yet. I have shared some things from this in my community posts, but I have not shared the actual finished items with you. So without further ado, let's get started. And I will start with the smallest to the biggest. So the first piece I mentioned in an earlier video, which was a mandala that I was working on. This was a pattern called the Harmony Dahlia mandala, and it's by Elizabeth over at Lifestyle by Ella. This is her original design, and it is available on Ravelry. I believe it's still up there as of the recording of this video, so head on over and look for the Harmony Dahlia mandala. I'll have all the links down below in the description box, so definitely check that out. I have used a color changing yarn from Hobby Lobby, which has been now discontinued. And I've used most of the cake, though I did have a little bit left over, but that's in my earlier video. So if you can go back and look it up, then you can see the actual yarn. Otherwise, today I'm going to share with you the finished object, which is of course the mandala. So without further ado, this is my mandala. Yay. So this is a beauty. This is not the first time I have made this pattern. I have made it, I want to say 4 or 5 times maybe, and I'm just totally smitten by it. It has such a beautiful amount of intricate detail, and I've held 2 yarns together, but it's given it such fabulous drape, as you can see. I have not woven in the end, so you can see the back. There's some ends there. I mentioned to you before, I don't weave in my ends. I weave in my ends when I donate or gift or sell my item. That's generally when I would go and weave in my ends. So I'm going to pop up some pictures of this on the screen so you can see it better, because I know for me just holding it, you can't really see the detail all that well, but I'll try and show it to you up close as well. So this is some of the detail. There are not very advanced stitches in here, very basic stitches that anyone could do. And I'm just showing you a little bit of that here. It's a really beautiful mandala. I think if I worked on this exclusively, I could make it probably in 2 or 3 days. I've really, really enjoyed making this mandala every time I've made it. And this particular designer, Elizabeth, I love her patterns. She writes them so simply and so wonderfully. Like, she has such a way with her words, and I have done so many of her patterns now, so I think I'm used to it now by this point. Like, I understand what she means by her instructions. I might have had to like cut and start in a new place maybe a couple of times, and that's why there are more than one end in the back. I think there's just, let me see, there's a center end, 1, 2, 3, yeah, and then I think I had to cut and start new maybe 3 or 4 times in the entire mandala, so that's why I have those ends and I need to weave those in. But these are the kinds of things that I love making. So if you're new to my channel, I love making mandalas. I just absolutely love making them. They bring me so much joy. So this is a 12-pointed star that becomes a full mandala, and I love it. I really, really love it. I don't know what else to say about it. The yarn was the yarn is a Hobby Lobby brand. If I can, when I pull it out, I will take a picture of it or write the name of it here so you know what it is. And this particular color would have been discontinued, I believe, because I bought it at the clearance sale. But There are lots of colors. I'm sure they still have. I don't think they have discontinued this entire line, but I do have a lot of Hobby Lobby clearance haul stash that I'm still working through. So this is one of them. And I will be making more of her patterns. I will be making tons more of her patterns. I absolutely love them. If you go on my Ravelry projects page, you'll see I've made a lot of hers. Most of the mandalas I made are hers, the smaller mandalas. I consider this to be a smaller mandala, not a full blanket size mandala. So this was the first project I wanted to share with you. There it is again. There it is up close. There it is from far. And of course, as I mentioned before, I'm going to pop up some pictures here and there so that you can see this. You can see the detail clearly. Okay, so that was project number 1, which I was super duper happy with. And I would really love to mount this. So for my December holiday market that I did last year, I mounted 2 of my mandalas, and I'd love to do that. I would really love to put this up on my wall. So either I will mount it or else I will just put a bunch of thumbtacks at the top, maybe till there to get it to hold, and the rest of it will just hang. So I'm likely going to be putting this up on my wall. I have a mandala right in front of me, which has some thumbtacks on it, but maybe I will change it out. I don't know. Let's see. So I'm going to put this up in my house because it's so beautiful and it brings me so much joy. That's what crochet should do, right? It should bring you joy. So it brings me joy. Sorry. Okay. Now we're going to move on to project number 2, finished object number 2. So let me just put this on the side. Okay, so this is a project which you must have seen. I made a short about it. I have posted it in the community tab. I have made a tutorial already for a corner to corner blanket or a corner to corner piece. And this is yarn that I purchased from Hirschner's, I think. Premier Puzzle yarn, and I had it with me, and then I think in January I finally opened up my bin here and took out the Premier Puzzle yarn, and this is what I took out. I took out the color Candy. This is what it looked like on the ball. This is Premier Puzzle and Candy. It's 328 yards or 300 meters. It is a 7-ounce, 200-gram ball, 100% acrylic, a bulky number 5, and it recommends a J or 6mm hook. And yeah, it's the color Candy. So I had mentioned in an earlier video that I tried a couple of different patterns with this and it wasn't working out that good. So then I thought, why not just do a corner to corner? And I'm happy to share that with you today. This is my corner to corner. I used 2 balls, and this is how much is left from the second ball. Here is my corner to corner. Ta-da! Look at this. Let me move my light so you can see it. It's not exactly picking up the colors, but you can tell it's very, very vibrant. It has so many colors. It has oranges, yellows, pinks, purples, greens, other yellows, other oranges. It's just, this is a really, really beautiful blanket. And I guess you could say it's like a baby blanket because it's big enough for a baby blanket. Or it could just be a little throw for like a younger child. Or it could just be something that you wrap yourself in when you're recording crochet videos. See, I just made it into a wrap for myself. I'm joking. It's a corner to corner. But if you haven't already watched my video, watch my corner to corner tutorial, because in that video, I explained to you not only how to start a corner to corner and how to construct it, but I try to explain the uses of it. So I went over this as an example that this could be one of your projects. You could make a square. I went over that you could make a rectangle. I went over that you could make a triangle and you could do a triangle scarf or a triangle shawl. So I went over all of those options because I wanted the tutorial to be very comprehensive and I want people to understand how they can use corner to corner. Because sometimes I feel you learn a new stitch, but you don't know how to apply it. or even in corner to corner, you just kind of get overwhelmed. Like you're constantly working in rows. You know, you're constantly working in these rows, and then you wonder like, okay, so when do I stop? Or what happens when I get to here? Or what if I want to make a different shape? So that's why I made that tutorial, not so much focused on just how to do the stitch, but focused on what you can do with the stitch. And I think that can be a really useful resource for people, and I really hope it is. So that was one of the first stitch tutorials that I made, and I have been sharing this blanket in my social media on YouTube. I've just been so excited about this and made a short about it, made a community post, and I've just been sharing this all around because I absolutely love this. It's called Candy, and it just makes me so happy. It's such a fun color. And sorry if I'm talking really fast. I get really excited about crochet and I just start talking really fast. I will try to slow down. Okay, so this is my corner to corner blanket, and I have made this just as I have shown in the tutorial. So I started here at the bottom, if this is the bottom, and I started in the first block, and then you keep making blocks and you keep going across in rows in a triangle shape. Once you get to a certain point and you decide that that is as big as you want it to be, and this would be a triangle here, it would look like this, okay? Once you've decided you're done, then what you're going to do is when you work your way up, instead of going up, you're going to attach it to this one. And that's what you do every time you come to this side and every time you come to the bottom side. So you start decreasing. And with those decreases, what happens is your previous triangle that you had starts building out from here and starts building up from this side, and then at long last they meet in the corner at the end and you've made a square. So that is what I've done with this one. This was a really enjoyable project. So this was my first time ever using Premier puzzle yarn, and I love it. I know there are a variety of colors, and I think I've only purchased 5 of them, and I've only used this one so far, but I really love it. I really love this color, and now I'm kind of like, what do I make with the others? Because I enjoyed making this so much. I want to say I don't know if I used a J hook. I feel like I used an even, I might have used a bigger hook, either a J or a K, I want to say. I really enjoyed using the yarn. It is so soft for an acrylic, 100% acrylic. It's a really soft yarn. I had no knots, no tangles. I didn't have to frog anything. Even if I had tried a few projects, so I did frog it in the beginning, and I had some puffy parts, but that worked itself out. That was honestly just in the very beginning of the first ball. So I would definitely recommend Premier Puzzle Yarn. This is the color Candy again. That's what it looks like on the ball. It's a really fun color, and I have, I think, 4 more colors. By the time you watch this video, I will have come back from my road trip. So my next video should be really fun, showing you what I made on my road trip. So I'm just recording this a little bit in advance because I want to make sure I have content, and I don't want to keep anyone hanging. So I want to make sure I always have 2 videos per week on my channel, and I really appreciate you all watching and staying tuned to my channel. Okay, that was whip number 2. Premier Puzzle gets 2 thumbs up from me. I'm really excited to use the rest of them. I think the only other color that is as happening as this one is called Hopscotch. And I think that is a blend of like pinks, oranges, and blues and purples. So that should be really fun too. Let's see if that becomes a corner to corner. I'm not really sure, but we'll find out in the future. Okay, so the last finished object I want to share with you in today's video is actually a bigger blanket. And actually, I need to tell you the backstory. So I did record a video showing this blanket, and then I decided to clean up my phone because I was reaching my storage limit, and I inadvertently deleted that video. So I'm having to record this again, just this part, but that's okay. So I had gone to Joann and they had a great sale on Bernat blanket yarn we're in February, in December? No. Yeah, in December. So I went and bought for 4 different colors. This is the first blanket that I finished. I'm working on number 2 and there's 2 more blankets that need to be started. So I bought approximately 5 to 6 balls of each color. And this is the first one that I made. So this is the color and it is called Bright Sage. It's not that bright. I don't know why it's called Bright Sage. So this is Yarn Inspirations Bernat blanket yarn and it is 100% polyester. It is 220 yards or 201 meters, 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, machine washable and dryable. That's always a bonus. It's a super bulky number 6 and it recommends an L or 8mm hook. So I basically did for the second time the same blanket I had made before. So I had made a gold blanket, which is now with my brother. I mailed it to him. And this is my second blanket. It's doing all half double crochets and I'm going to link the pattern for that below. You can find it on YouTube. It's really easy. I think I just typed in like chenille blanket and there's a picture of a blanket with like white and tan and a dark color. And that is the pattern. It's very, very simple. You just chain and then you start making half double crochets and then you make half double crochets in the gaps between the half double crochets below. So I'm going to put that in the link below in the description box, so make sure you check that out. I forgot how big this blanket is. Oh my god. Oh, it's heavy too. It feels heavy taking it out of the bag, but it's not that heavy. So this is my blanket and I would like to share it with you. So first I'm going to show it to you up close. These are all half double crochets and they're half double crochets going into the, am I showing you the back? Let me see, what am I showing you? Yeah. This is the front and back. So you just make half double crochets in the gap between the half double crochets and the round below. So you're never looking for the top of the stitch, you're just working in between each stitch, which makes this very easy. I love this blanket yarn. I think honestly, I have used it once before, many years ago. And then I used a little bit of it last year to finish off a blanket. But this is my first time buying Bernat blanket yarn in like the 9 years I've been crocheting. I bought it like way back when I started in 2014. And now I'm buying it I bought it at the end of 2023. It's really good yarn. It's so soft. It was so easy to work with. Just joining the yarns together, I was like, will this hold? It totally held. Of course, I have yet to put this in the washing machine, but I will get to that when I get to that. So let me open this up and show it to you. I will probably have to stand for this. So here we go. Now it is almost touching the floor and it is almost, hold on, it is touching the floor. So yeah, it covers my face. I'm 5'5", so it's almost 5'5" blanket, and it is as long as my arms. So you can see that it's it's really big and it's really soft and it's really cuddly and I love it. And I have not decided yet if I'm going to keep this or give it away or donate it. My daughter has a spring carnival coming up. So I was thinking this might be really nice to donate. They can just add it to one of their like not raffle, but their gift baskets for the silent auction. Because it's like so soft and so cuddly. I don't know if you can tell. It's really soft and smushy and cuddly. And it was fun to make. It was really fun to make. So speaking of this one, I am making the second one. So this was Bright Sage. The second one I think is called Water Slide Variegated. It's a bunch of blues and a little bit of white. And because that's busy, I feel like it's taking more little bit more effort than this one. This one was very effortless. It's just one color and you're just making half double crochets. So this felt very effortless. I would definitely recommend making this blanket, even if it was for a smaller size. It doesn't need to be this big. And I used about 6 balls. That's 220 yards per ball times 6. That's how much yarn I used for this. So it does get, it's quite nice and big. And I love it. So the other one I'm making, as I was just saying, like, it's a little bit of effort just because the colors are changing. So I just need to see, okay, wait, where was the last half double crochet? Like, where do I put this in? But I'm still liking it. I mean, I'm almost halfway on that blanket. So I think I just attached my 3rd ball. Yeah, so I'm on ball 3 of 6 for that. That's very exciting. So that is a project. These blankets are a project that I keep them near one of my couches, and when I go in that room, then only I work on this blanket. So it's not one that I pick up daily and work on, but when I'm in that specific room, then I work on it, which I like. I don't mind that at all. I think that's a really good way to work on your whips, because otherwise I kind of always have them right beside me. I have like a sectional. So where I'm sitting, there's like a little, how do you say it, that side piece in the middle, that middle piece, and it's kind of curved. So I end up putting all my whips on there, and then I just work on them. I keep working on them. So I've thought of buying like that trolley, which has like the 3 tiers in it. And I've seen that so many times at Joann's, but I just haven't bought it yet. But maybe I should. I don't know. So far, I've just been using my couch. So that's been working for me. These were the 3 finished objects that I wanted to share with you today. I love them so much. And I'm so glad that I have them done. It feels so good to finish projects. I can't tell you. It feels really fun and exciting to start a project. But that feeling at the end of a project, when you finally finish it, when you do those last couple stitches, nothing beats that. Nothing beats that. And I hope to be sharing with you some more finished objects soon. But right now I have a lot of whips. So likely the next video you see will be some more whips or maybe something fun. I mentioned earlier that I want to design and create a square that can be made into, a small throw or a small blanket. So I will be working on that behind the scenes. Likely that will take me some time. If there are any particular stitches that you would like to see a tutorial on, or a particular way of crocheting that you would like to see a tutorial for, please let me know in the comments. If there's something that you like that I've done that you would like to see more of, if you'd like to see more mandalas, if you'd like to see more blankets, if you'd like to see more things about hats, let me know. I haven't made anything yet in February for donations, but likely I'll be working on that in March. I just go through phases where I'm working on a bunch of my stuff, then I'll work on donations. So it's just an ebb and flow. And yeah, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. There's lots more coming in my crochet world, so stick around for all the fun. Definitely hit the bell icon so you turn on all notifications and you get to know when I post my new videos. I'll be sharing lots more. Right now I have 3 tutorials in my playlist. I have the Dreamy beanie hat, the Dreamy mandala, and now my corner to corner tutorial. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon.